Hello, everybody. Welcome into Bundle Profits. Today, we're going to be talking about all things bundling on Amazon. And if you've been watching the news at all, the Amazon news and the Facebook groups, you'll know that there are some things happening. There's some changes with bundle policies, and actually, they're not really new. It's just they're advertising now, and their changes that they implemented a couple of years ago, but now they're really cracking down. So for anybody who has been bundling in the gray area, I call it, this is this presentation will be an eye opener for you and give you some new skills so you can keep bundling, but do it the right way. Now, I've been teaching bundling what I believe is the right way. It's been working for me since 2017, I believe. Uh, I teach it a little bit differently than probably what you've been doing or what you've learned or what you've heard. So hopefully we can do a mindset shift for you so you can still keep bundling and within Amazon's terms of service. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've got a presentation for you and then a Q&A at the end. So stay on to the end so you can get your questions answered to the best of my ability. And here we go. Okay, so first, if you're hoping to learn about something other than this, you're not in the right place. But if you're hoping to learn about bundles on Amazon and off Amazon, you are in the right place. We're going to talk about how to own the buy box, competition-proof your bundles, and avoid price tanking, among other things. But these are some of the important reasons to bundle. So here is my promise to you. By the end of this presentation, you will understand how to niche your bundle concepts for higher prices and more sales, how to plan your bundles before you spend 1 cent on inventory, and then how to keep your competitors from hopping on your listings. So first of all, I need to know a little bit about you so I can craft my messaging during this presentation. Tell me in the chat, how experienced are you with bundling? Just type 1 if you're a brand spanking newbie. Type 2 if you've dabbled a little bit, and type 3 if you believe yourself to be a bundle superstar. And all of those are valid. So no shade to anybody who hasn't started bundling yet. In fact, you're perfect to learn bundling the right way, so we don't have to unlearn stuff. We've got a lot of ones and twos. Sure. Ones and twos in the chat. Go ahead and share in the chat. Number 1, brand spanking new. 2, you've dabbled. 3, you're a bundle superstar. Awesome. We've got a lot of people who are either new. Hey, Diane is a number 3. She's a bundle superstar. Awesome. Welcome, Diane. I'm looking forward to learning more about your businesses and maybe giving you a different perspective on bundling. Tom is a 1. Awesome. Thank you guys for playing along. I will be asking some other questions in here as well to get to know you a little bit better. Peach Navarro, nice, number 2. So we've got some dabblers and a lot of brand spanking newbies, and that is awesome because you don't have to unlearn anything if you're brand spanking new. So here we go. Why bundles? So I know the people who have dabbled and the people, the one person who says that they're an expert. You already know some of this, but we're going to cover it anyway for the people who are just starting bundling. First of all, you can sell your products at a higher price point and profit margin. Second, you can beat your competition to a sale by adding value. You can build out related products to own a market niche. I want you to kind of screenshot this and highlight that third one. Build out related products to own a market niche. And then ward off lazy sellers. Provide an amazing customer experience, which Amazon absolutely loves. And you can drive off Amazon traffic and build a customer email list and social media assets around a niche. That's the other one that I want you to highlight. And then you can start a subscription box, which is something I've done 60 days ago, and I'll launch a second box at the beginning of next year. So let's talk Amazon's challenges. So if you've been in the Facebook group, you see a lot of people are panicking about Amazon's new, in air quotes, rules around bundling consumables. And you know, when they roll out a rule that in consumables at the end of that sentence will soon end up most likely becoming a rule across all categories. So just starting with consumables, because that's where a lot of the rule breakers were creating bundles that never actually fit Amazon's terms of service. And now they're finally cracking down. But let's talk about the reason for that. Why are they doing that? Because brand owners want to protect their brand. There's liability involved if you're bundling things from another brand and you put a product in that bundle that is not from that brand, that's sort of like a throwaway piece, and somebody gets hurt with that, then that customer could conceivably come after the brand. So if you were a brand owner, wouldn't you want to protect your brand, right? So that's part of what's behind this. And the second, Amazon really wants to clean up all the stuff that really shouldn't be on their catalog. They want to make a clean buying experience for their customers. So Amazon's challenges, the LOA rule, you need a letter of authorization from brands. That's tough to get, isn't it? If you're in wholesale, you'll know that it's tough to get, and if you're bundling, it's going to be even harder to get. And then increased competition. Amazon's just trying to clean up their all the stuff in their catalog that shouldn't be there. IP takedowns, it's hard to get brand approval. Fees keep going up, and there's all these new rules that came into play in Amazon just in the past 6 months. So this is what we're talking about as a bundle that one has never been allowed, or at least not for the past 4 years or so. But this is the type of bundle that Amazon's trying to get rid of. So you've got people who are literally, I know some sellers, they go to Costco, they'll buy like a container of cashews, and they'll throw in a little plastic shovel to get the cashews out of the container, which frankly doesn't make a lot of sense, because how many of those shovels do you need if you're going to be a repeat customer? You're not going to buy that bundle again because you don't need another shovel. But I actually know someone who does this. I know someone who goes to, or multiple people who goes to a big box store, and they'll buy big bags and boxes of chips and treats and snacks and candy, etc., and then put it in a box with their name on the box, or frankly nothing on the box. They'll just put, Halloween candy box or Halloween treat box. This is the stuff that Amazon wants to go away. All right. So if you're doing this kind of bundling, today we're going to do a mindset shift. I want you to forget how you've been doing bundling. And today we're going to talk about building a business that is sustainable, that's based on bundles. Okay, so hear me out. So here's some of the common Amazon seller problems that real bundling, proper bundling solves. And I'm going to teach you proper bundling today. First, I use bundling as a value proposition right up front when contacting suppliers. And this strategy gets my foot in the door with wholesale suppliers. I can build a bundle catalog, what I call micro markets, which are niche markets that I create multiple bundles for, and people buy over and over again. And they might not buy the same bundle over multiple times, but they'll buy other products within that micro market that I'm creating bundles for. High wholesale prices. I can decrease my product costs by negotiating with suppliers to move their old or rebranded stock and close out items they want gone, and I can create bundles with it. I can use bundling to move my dead stock. The items that looked like they were a great deal when I bought them, and there was price tagging, saturation, etc. So I can use bundling as a strategy to move stock that doesn't move in other ways. I can sell my bundles on other marketplaces. If you had to screenshot and highlight one thing, it would be this last fifth bullet point right here. I can sell my bundles on other marketplaces like Etsy, eBay. And recently I started, by recently, I mean last week, I started doing live social selling on Whatnot. I can sell my bundles on there. I even sell on my own websites. I have 2 websites, and I increase my income streams by building a foundation if one channel were to disappear, like Amazon, for example. So here is my unique approach to bundling in a nutshell, and you can screenshot this, but I'll have a graphic of this on the next couple of slides. You want to know your market before sourcing. We don't start with products when bundling in my world, in my business. We want to go after niche markets. Then we want to identify the competition in that market. And by competition, I don't mean people doing bundles, just who's selling what to that market. Who do I have to compete against to get the dollars in the pockets of that market? I can build bundle concepts and then identify suppliers. You notice how I identify the suppliers is number 4. That's further down on the list. Then competition proof my bundle. Then I test and refine, automate and delegate, and then I drive my own traffic. So this is one of my Anita Breeze is actually she was number 3 on that list when she came into my bundling world. She was a seasoned bundler, and she switched to my approach to bundling, which is niche market. She created her first bundle, and then she shared with me that she just tried 36 quantities. So you don't need a lot of quantity of a bundle to get started to test it out. And she sold out. She started selling the very same day. She put a unicorn theme bundle up for 25 bucks. Her cost was $675. Profit after expenses was $14.14. That's a 509 net profit in 1 week. She sold out in 1 week with one bundle. She reordered and she raised her prices. So here's some bundle niche markets. These are the types of bundles that we'll be talking about creating. None of this is name brand product, by the way, you'll notice, but I want to give you examples of bundles that rank really well, but not because people are searching for Lay's potato chips or Hershey's bars, right? So teething dog teething chewing bundle for puppy teething, 2 to 8 months, 500 plus bought in the past month, a rank of 8,900 in pet supplies. And Luna Bean hand casting kit, that 10,000 bought in the past month. 10,000 bought in the past month. And they're ranking at 13 in arts, crafts, and sewing. And then the silicon utensil baking set, and they have a bunch of variants of colors. So same products, but different color variants. And they sell about 400 a month. They're ranking 9885 in kitchen and dining. So these are examples of bundles that we talk about building and that you're going to learn too. So on the left-hand side is a bundle we did that came from, all these products came from the same supplier, and we simply got their permission to bundle them together and got an LOA, got a UPC from them. So on the left-hand side is a unicorn backpack bundle. On the right-hand side is a bundle for my Farm Girl box. If you go to thefarmgirlbox.com, you'll see my subscription box. And this is the first bundle I did. This is a tote from a manufacturer with a little coin purse, and there's no, it's a direct from manufacturer, so there's no labeling on it. And then just put a cute pair of rooster earrings and a little chunky bracelet together, and that is a really simple bundle that I'm actually selling on my website. Okay, so this is the graphic. This is my my visual of how we create bundles. So first, you want to put 80% of your efforts in bundling into building your foundation. We call this phase 1. You don't implement, you don't, and by implement, I mean buying products, and you don't implement until you build your foundation. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. And then after you've built your foundation and implemented, then you look at your statistics and your data, and then you tweak and grow from there. So here's the breakdown. In the build a foundation part, you're going to first do niche discovery. You don't have to start with products. You're going to start with passionate niche markets. And then you're going to validate that market using multiple ways that I teach you, using social media like YouTube and Google and a ton of social media or a ton of search tools to validate whether or not there's room in that niche market for your bundles and for you to be able to sell in that market. We want to know if it's saturated. There's like a sweet spot there. You don't want a niche market that's so obscure that there's nobody buying anything in there. And you don't want a niche market that's just overrun with product and offers. And then you want to plan your bundle out strategically. After you do everything on the bottom, 80% of your efforts on that bottom tier, only then will you source products. And then you'll launch your product, and then you'll tweak and scale after that. But most of your efforts is going to be in the bottom tier. Discover, validate, plan. Here's what that looks like. So we want to look for passionate niche markets. You want to look for a market that identifies passions or problems that need to be solved. And the sweet spot is passions and problems together would be really cool. The little guy on the right is I used this as an example of a passionate niche market. This is a unicorn blow up costume. Did you know that there are people who have unicorn themed weddings? In fact, there are people who have all kinds of themed weddings, skull themed, mermaid theme, country western theme, right? So that's a niche market would be weddings, but that's a pretty big market, right? So we'd want to do a mashup of something else in that market so we can you can carve out a piece of a very large niche market and carve out a piece of that. And I call those mashups. And then you can begin to connect your deep research, keyword research. And then these are just two tools that I use, but you can use a lot of tools, not necessarily based on Amazon tools. There are a lot of Google tools and also social media. You can use social media to validate a market as well. So brainstorming time. Now, here's your assignment, but wait until I tell you all of the assignment. First, you're gonna tell me things that you're passionate about, but I want you to give me a deep dive. So don't just tell me you're passionate about dogs. Tell me you're passionate about older German Shepherd dogs. Or don't tell me that you're passionate about gardening. Tell me a niche within gardening, like gardening for small apartments or gardening for Southwest weather regions or gardening, maybe bonsai gardening. So go ahead and put in the chat what you're passionate about. But remember, I want you to niche it down for me. I'm going to come over to the chat and see what you guys are putting in there. So what are you passionate about? But niche it down for me. So if you're passionate about cats, you could say black cats. Or for me, I rescue cats that are injured or emotionally traumatized. So not just cats, but cats that really need help. And I'm pretty good at fostering and socializing them. So that's a niche. Okay, Nicole, autism sensory toys. That's fabulous. Are they for, so Nicole, a little bit deeper, are they for babies? Are they for toddlers? Are they for adults? Right? So there's even more of a niche within autism sensory toys that you can niche down even further. Are they for boys? Are they for girls? How about for elderly? So would those for kids? There we go. And then think about what age ranges. And then also what is there, because there's functioning autism, and then there's nonverbal autism. So you could really niche down in that. So go ahead, guys, and share. I know there's a lag time in the chat. I want to just get a couple more people in the chat telling me what you're passionate about so that we can have a little discussion about it. Tell me in the chat what you are. Australian Shepherd puppy treats. Ooh, I had no idea that Australian Shepherds, maybe they have like gut issues or something of that breed. Who'd have thunk? Or maybe they're aggressive chewers. I actually have a dog toy bundle that's for people who say their dog destroys everything. So it's a big dog toy bundle for big dogs who are aggressive chewers. So we love the pet market. Absolutely love the pet market. So one more, go ahead and pop in the chat. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? And then niche it down for me. I'll leave this chat open here while I show you some examples. So Karen shares, Karen is actually a current coaching student and she started bundling, she was instructed a different way than I teach and her bundles failed and she came to me very frustrated and very cynical and we started from scratch. We just scratched her current bundles and we started from the beginning and we identified a passion niche market and she chose pickleball. So Gail asks, are there any niches left you aren't dominating? Of course. Oh my goodness gracious. There are that, so switch the mentality to there's just so much abundance out there for everybody. I do like the pet market or the animal market. So I have a lot of different animal kinds of bundles, animal types bundles. Go ahead and I'm going to close this chat. There we go. So Karen, we started with just frustrated by the whole thing, by the whole bundling thing. Her bundles failed. She had been instructed to do it a different way. And she ended up in my life about 24 months ago now. She's been a coaching client. And we chose the pickleball market. And then she has built not just bundles, but an entire brand around the pickleball market. She's now on her 6th product. She is selling into retail stores. She's got websites, social media, following. She's on Amazon as well. She also has a growing email list, which is something we talk about in my coaching. And you can go to the Pretty Pickleball Company and see everything she's doing. She's got her own Shopify. She works with influencers. She's going to a huge trade show in January. So she is just rocking and rolling with her bundles. But it started with a passionate niche market. And she didn't even play pickleball. So you don't have to be passionate about the market that you're entering. It just has to be a large and passionate enough market that you can bring up bundles to, you can solve a problem and feed their passion. Okay, so step two, after you have identified a passionate niche market, you want to identify what's being sold on Amazon with your keywords. Now, keep in mind, you can sell your bundles off of Amazon. Since a lot of you are Amazon sellers in here, trying to crack the bundle nut within Amazon's terms of service, we're going to talk a little bit about Amazon today. So you want to see what's being sold with your keywords. You don't want to see who's selling a bundle. You want to see who is, when a customer types in keywords that you want to rank for, that you want to use to get your product in front of them, you want to see what else is coming up and see if there's just like, is it saturated or is everybody selling the same thing? So your bundle will show up and clearly stand out. So there's all sorts of ways to identify sales volumes for products in your niche within Amazon. And most of you probably have a tool. Pick your favorite tool and you can do sales volume research within that tool. You can use Keepa. I'm sorry, that's not on there. Identify holes in the market, identify weaknesses in the product, identify weaknesses in the listing. If any of you are private label sellers, this is going to look pretty familiar for you, because basically it's the same process as doing a private label product, only you don't have to invest, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 and wait 9 months to get a private label product up, like you would with a private label product with a bundle. You can get a bundle up easily within 21 days, and that's pretty long. I can get a bundle up within about a week because I'm used to my own process, but about 21 days should do it for you. So you want to make your bundle irresistible. You want them to say, "Shut up and take my money." You want to create an added value experience. We've all seen those bundles, and this is what Amazon is really cracking down on, right? That somebody sees that a big tub of cashews from Costco is selling really well, and then they throw in a keychain or a recipe card, and that is not serving the customer. That's serving you trying to have your own listing that's not hopping on the main listing. Those are the bundles that Amazon is cracking down on, as they should. You want your bundle to be irresistible to the customer. Your initial passion and problem research is going to reveal what that customer wants and needs. You want to make it unique and you want to over deliver. There's a saying, I didn't come up with it. I read it somewhere years and years ago, and I live by it in my businesses. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. So using creative packaging, and I'll show you an example of that in a few minutes, inserts, etc. So over deliver in your bundle. And then you want to ask the right questions. You don't want to ask, what can I throw in this bundle? You want to ask, what else does my ideal buyer want or need? So your focus is going to switch now. By the end of this training, I hope, your focus will switch from product-based, you, to the buyer-based. What do they need? What do they want? And then serve the buyer. Make it about them, not about you. So common mistakes, Me Too products. And again, this is what Amazon is cracking down on. Stuffing, bundle stuffing is what we talked about. You take one product and you throw something in there, a sticker, something completely unrelated. It's bundle stuffing. Non-optimized listing creation, poor photos, not enough margin, overthinking and perfectionism. A lot of people get stuck with, well, I'll do this with the bundle, I'm not sure, and then they never actually launch. You want to take action after you've gone through the process and you've validated your passionate niche market, come up with a really nice bundle concept and source stuff. You need to pull the trigger. You need to take action and launch the bundle. So here's a poor bundle example. Clearly, we're not even going to talk about the Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a whole other thing. It's licensed product, but let's look at it. Let's practice looking at this bundle from the customer perspective. So I want you to pretend. Play with me here. If you're doing something else, go ahead and put that down. Put your phone down. Come back on here with me, and we're going to play. So I want you to pretend you are a mom of a 9-year-old child whose birthday is this afternoon. And you've got a bunch of 8, 9, and 10-year-olds showing up the door. The mom's going to drop them off soon in just a couple of hours. Now, you've bought this bundle off of Amazon because your kid loves Jack Skellington, and you're laying out the table and you're putting everything out. And I want you to tell me what obvious thing is missing from this bundle that the mom's gonna need. So she's got the cake in the middle and she's putting out the plates and everything. She's got snacks and the napkins. She's laying out the forks and knives. And then she picks up the jug of Kool-Aid and what's missing? Put it in the chat. What's missing? Love for you to play along here. Cups. That's right. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? So when you look at your bundles from a customer's perspective and you put yourself in their world, it's pretty clear what should go in a bundle. We're not even going to address the price point, the terrible one image, the terrible listing, right? But this is a bad example of how this is an example of how not to meet customers' needs. Now let's look at a good example. Here's a good example, and we're going to talk about how to make it even better. You ready? So this is actually a bundle I was thinking of buying, and I travel a lot. I speak at conferences, etc., and I don't want to. Left to my own devices, I will not go down to the gym in the hotel and work out. So I wanted something that I could take with me, and pop it in my suitcase, my overnight bag, etc. So I found these kind of elastic straps or these bands. And I thought this is cool. I mean, this is perfect. And I like the price point. It's a nice product. And let's talk about how we can do it differently. So one of the ways that private label people and bundlers will lock down their listing is they'll put their brand name on, for in this case, the bag. Now let's ask ourselves, does a customer does it serve the customer by having Wenfeng on that bag? And the answer is no. What would serve the customer better? How about you put Wenfeng real small at the bottom, but the image on the bag, the main image could be a buff guy like holding barbells over his head, right? And flexing, and you could be like a silhouette of that because that reflects the desire of the person who's buying these things for fitness. And you can still have your brand at the bottom, but you want to use that canvas of the bag to put an image on it that reflects the customer. Does that make sense? It's that real simple little switch that makes this even more valuable and appealing to a customer. Here's the next thing. Let's say I don't know how to use these. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a little insert of a 4x6 card, laminated card, with 3 exercises, an image of like 3 different exercises being done on the back, 3 others using the bands on the front, upper body, lower body, and just slip that in there. Little 4x6 card, easy peasy. And it would fit in that bag. And then one more added value is you can make the equivalent in like a small wall poster that folds in quarters that has 2 dozen or a dozen images of these bands being used in exercises that they could put up on the wall in their home office or whatever. So just these little tweaks could make this even more valuable to the end user and cost a whole lot to do. And then there's one more tweak. I would like these in pastel, please. I want a pink bag that shows a fit girl, maybe running uphill, but it's a silhouette, so you don't have full color. It's a silhouette of a girl running, or a woman running. And I would like those bands in pastel colors, please. So just that little switch could give you a variant for this listing that's already doing really well. But these little tweaks are from a customer's perspective. So I just wanted to give you an example of how you can have a good bundle, but then make it better by looking at it from a customer's perspective. Does everybody get where I'm going with this? Does everybody? So I want you to kind of practice when you're looking at bundles on Amazon or anywhere. I want you to put your customer hat on, and how can you look at that bundle from the customer's perspective to make it better, to make it about them, not about you. So let's take a look at the potential of bundles. So this is actually a multi-pack on Amazon. I believe it's a Chinese seller. It's just 3 large inflatable monkeys, 27 inches, just 3 monkeys. That's it. If we were to look at it from the customer's perspective, we're going to ask who's buying these and why. Who do you think's buying 3 inflatable monkeys? Somebody having clearly a jungle themed birthday party. How about retirement party? They missed out on that keyword in here. Kids, toddlers. What else are they buying? Are they just buying the monkeys? All right, but let's take a look. You're thinking 489. How much money could you possibly make selling three pack of monkeys on Amazon? I want you to take a guess. What's the monthly revenue generated selling these three blow up monkeys as a multi-pack? Just those three monkeys. No bundle, just the monkeys. What do you think? How much do you think they're making revenue each month selling blow up monkeys? Put it in the chat. Take a guess. They're selling for $14.89, three 27-inch monkeys. Take a guess. How much do you think revenue is generating just from this one listing? Just this one listing. How much? 500 bucks? 500 bucks? Okay, there we go. Or 500 pieces. Okay, I'm not sure, Jane, if that's dollar amount or if that's number of pieces, but what's the revenue generated? Do you think Jane says $500? Who else? Who wants to take a guess? How much revenue is generated each month selling blow-up monkeys? $5,000. There you go. Gail says $5,000. Let's get a couple of more people in the chat putting their ideas in. 500, 5,000, 3,000. Awesome. Great guesses, guys. 10,000. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let's 6,500. Nice, Brian. All right, let's take a look. $5,123. I love it. I love the accuracy of that. That's fabulous. All right, let's have a look. $45,325. Who is the closest? Who is the closest? Loretta said 10,000. Yeah, for three monkeys, three inflatable monkeys, $45,325. Now, what if? Now we know clearly, there are people who are passionate about safari animals, maybe zoo animals, right? People are buying this multi-pack. Let's bundle it. So let's brainstorm. Here we go. Pay attention. What other items would you bundle with inflatable monkeys to create an entire safari party pack? And oddly enough, this is one of the pictures on their listing. So it'll give you a hint to some other things you can put in there. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't necessarily, think outside the box, doesn't necessarily have to be for a child's birthday party, right? It could be for a retiree's party. It could be for a company that sells things, maybe they sell like camo stuff for people who do hunting or whatever, and they can have a party. But think outside the box. What other things would you bundle with these inflatable monkeys to create a whole party pack? Put it in the chat for me. You want to create an entire safari party pack. Now, remember, kind of go outside the box. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. So if we're going to put balloons in there, they could be like the cream and the green balloons, but what else could we put in there? Well, let's take a look. Here's what I came up with just off the top of my head. Not saying you should do this bundle. I just thought, okay, if I were the customer, what would I want? Clearly, we'd want some table decoration stuff. That's Let's Get Wild. It hangs on the wall. Pineapples is also kind of the jungle theme, and I love the pineapple keyword searches. For a lot of people are just enamored with pineapples for some reason, so these could go on the table. But instead of just balloons, we're gonna do animal themed balloons. So we're gonna have balloons with zebra and tiger and lion, oh my, designs on them. And then this leaf backdrop, believe it or not, people are making a lot of bank selling leaf backdrops. I don't get it. They're photography backdrops. We don't need to understand it. We just need to look at the numbers. So I would also maybe include this leaf backdrop. So let's take a look at the numbers if we were to build a bundle using a few things. So this is I pulled up one of my tools and I identified, okay, here are a few things that are selling that I could include in a bundle. And by the way, this thing in the middle, those are masks. Those are cute little masks, photography masks you hold up so everybody can have a group picture, be a different animal. I tossed that in there as well. So we've got the reusable jungle. I think these are straws selling for 32,000 a month. Tropical palm leaves, 28,985 a month. The 3-pack of safari kind of paper wall hangers. That's at number 10 here, selling 67,000 a month. The 16-piece animal mask selling $19,000 a month, plus the monkeys, the inflatable monkeys, the bundle potential. All these things selling together individually, 5 different items individually, are grossing $193,508 a month, and nobody's bundled them. Nobody's bundled them. So there are a lot of Amazon tools. I'm not sure which one this was. I've got a lot of different ones, but you can use any of the Amazon tools to find this. And Loretta said she was going to say 50,000, but thought that might be crazy. I know, right? Awesome balloons. What tool is that? So Gail, just use any Amazon tool. So we know the potential of bundling. And by the way, do any of these items have a name brand on it? No, 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 no. Is there any IP infringement going on here? Nope, nope, and nope. So I wanted to illustrate with you the potential of bundling and show you that you can absolutely have a bundle-based business within Amazon's terms of service with passionate niche markets. Easy peasy. Let me show you how. So then where do we source product? Factory direct, wholesale, manufacturer, brand owners or white label, Etsy, Temu, advertising, promotion companies, all sorts of ways. And the last bullet point here, I'm going to show you what I mean by that, because this is a fun one, the advertising promotion companies. So you want to competition proof your bundles. You want to source from various suppliers, create a unique packaging, add a custom piece. These are really easy to create, but you don't just create some custom piece and throw it in there with your brand name on it. We're going to make that custom piece about the customers. So here's how you can use promotional companies. These are non-branded items, but let's say for giggles, I wanted to target the market of tween girls. Now, put in the chat, what does every tween girl have in her possession now? That it has in her hand most of the day that we didn't have when I was a kid. Right? We didn't even have pagers when I was a kid. What do they have in their hand? All day, every day. Awesome. What else do tween girls like? We're talking, 11, 12, 13 years old. What things do they like? Are they into pink and hot purple and bling and unicorns, hair stuff, right? Barbie, right? So we know that the kind of the generalities are they like bright colors, like hot pink's a big one, and they like blingy stuff and they like cute stuff. So we could actually create a bundle using promotional companies' items using an image of a niche market that they like. For instance, let's just say unicorns, because that's one of the things I use as a passionate niche market. Not saying you should do unicorns, but um, you could use any dog breed, etc. But let's just go tweeny girls. Now I know my market. I know who I want to sell to. That's number one. And we know they like pink, and we know they have a cell phone, and we want to make a cell phone accessory gift kit for these girls. So what I'll do is I'll choose a couple of different things in here, like a logo earbud with carrying case, anti-slip promotional cell phone holder, and maybe I'll do this custom cell phone wallet with ring. So I'll take two or three of these, but instead of, you see it now, does everybody know what a promotional item is? When you go to a trade show and people are giving away pens with their name on it, that's what promotional item is. But did you know that you can source all kinds of things that you can put a logo or an image on? On the right-hand side are all the categories. You can source things that are non-branded that you can put your brand on. And the way most people do this is they put their company name on it. But we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to target these tweeny girls who like unicorns, and we're going to create a unicorn image, and we're going to put the unicorn image on all of like 3 products. We're going to choose a few products that they like, and then we're going to put and we're going to make sure they're all the same color. Maybe the light, see if we can get these all in pink, and then we're going to put an image of a unicorn on these, not a logo. So that's one way of using promotional companies. And you don't have to, you could create an entire bundle just from promotional company items, but I normally will use promotional company items individually to add to my bundle. More custom ideas, write these down. Go ahead and screenshot this. I love hospitalitymints.com, onlinelabels.com, Vistaprint, and then Google is your friend. If you need a custom printed anything, go to Google and type in custom printed fill in the blank. But then I would also, to narrow it down, like if I'm buying custom printed boxes, which I do quite often, I want to get them locally because it's cheaper than shipping them. I also do custom printed t-shirts and sweatshirts. So I want to find a local screen printer. I don't want to pay for shipping for those. So you can add your city name after that if you wanted to. So here's a real life example. This is one of my very first bundles. This was back in 2017. I believe. In fact, I think it was it was one of my first bundles. So I bought some plush hand puppets, and there were 6 different kinds. There was a frog and a cow and a dog, a bear, a pig, and one other I can't remember off the top of my head. So what we did was we did an adoption certificate, but we didn't just put, that little extra. Remember, we didn't just throw in a printed certificate on a piece of white paper. We bought cute little parchment paper with gold edging on it. But the way that we designed the certificate was to engage the receiver of the product. So we know that the target market to sell this is aunties and moms and grandmas and maybe school nurses and therapists, but the certificate that's in the box is going to be used by the child. So we created it so that they'd have to fill it out. So the first line was, "Hi, my name is," with a blank line so they could fill it out with their name. And then, "I am, adopting XYZ." And then we listed each of the 6 animals and we let them name the animals. Some like a blank line and then the pig, a blank line, the bear, so they could name their animals. So it made it personal to the person who was using this. Then we created a really easy 1-color adoption box, a tap top box that on the outside, if any of you have ever rescued an animal, gone to a shelter or whatever, and you take home the animal in a box that has holes in the side, breathing holes, we printed the breathing holes on the sides of the box. Then when they open the box, inside, we printed in the inside of the lid, stage, so that they would have something to play with the puppets against that stage. Does that make sense? We didn't just put 6 puppets together and that was the bundle. We added these little things to increase the price significantly, increase the value to the customer, and the appeal against anybody else who was selling just 6 puppets. Then we stumbled upon a variation that just happened by chance. A customer of mine had come by to pick something up, and she saw all these in my garage, and she said, "Oh, my father would love these." It's like, "Your father?" She says, "Yeah, he golfs." What the? "Yeah, aren't these golf covers?" So after she left, I ran over to Goodwill and I bought a couple of golf clubs because I don't golf. I don't know, but I wanted to see if they would fit. I bought a big wooden one and I bought a skinny metal one. I know some of you tell me in the chat if you know what the names of those are. I don't know. I just needed different examples. I brought them home and I put these little guys on there, and lo and behold, they fit. So I created a new variant with the 6 puppets in a completely different market for golf covers, guys and girls who golf. And then I put some little, the sticky things you stick in the ground, and the doohickey thingy that you put the after you hit the ball and the grass comes up. I don't know the names of them. If you golf, put it in the chat for me. Simple, easy bundle. And what I was able to do was negotiate the price down for my supplier. When I bought more of the puppets, I could double my order and negotiate the price down because I had two different bundles, 2 different markets. Recap. First thing you want to do is choose a niche. Then you want to do your competitive research. And by choosing a niche, we're looking for passionate niche markets that you're solving a problem for, or you're feeding the passion. You want to make your bundle irresistible, and I talked about multiple real life examples of how to do that. Then you want to source your product. Very important. Don't source your product first and say, "Oh, what can I bundle with this?" Unless you're trying to. There's a caveat to that. There's a little asterisk after that. If you're sitting on product that was a bad buy and you need to move it, we also talk. I can teach you how to move that stuff by doing simple bundles with that. You want to create a custom piece and or packaging, and then create a super optimized listing. This applies to wherever you are selling this bundle, no matter the platform. So I am hoping I have delivered here, and I've got a invitation for y'all. So I run a bundle challenge just a few times a year, and I normally do not run this during 4th quarter because it's crazy busy during 4th quarter, isn't it? But I carved out time. I carved out 21 days to teach you everything I know about bundling from beginning to end. Not only that, by the end of the 21 days, you will have a niche market identified, and you will have at least one bundle fleshed out, listed in 21 days. It is a group coaching program with content behind it that you can start right away. When you enroll right away, you can get access to the content right now and start identifying a passionate niche market today. It's a 21-day bundle challenge to boost your profits, eliminate competition, foolproof, simple bundling system. The reason I decided to do this during this 4th quarter is because of the bundle changes from Amazon. I had people DMing me, begging me, Barbara, what do you think about Amazon's new, consumables bundle policy, which was actually not new. They just weren't enforcing it. And what do we do? Help us. What do we do? So I decided to open up the bundle challenge for 21 days during fourth quarter to help everybody navigate these new changes. Stay out of trouble with Amazon. You do not want your account shut down during fourth quarter, and also show you how to sell this stuff outside of Amazon. You are not just reliant on Amazon. If you are, then that's a scary place for you to be. I'm going to teach you how to create bundles for niche markets that you can sell in other places as well. Here's what you got. We're going to cover how to think like a bundler, discover your passionate niche markets, identify bundle opportunities, much like we did with the monkey a 3-pack of inflatable monkeys. We pretty quickly built out a bundle concept using other things that would feed that market, that niche market. Then you want to find reputable suppliers. We show you how to do that. Competition proof your bundle. And then we're going to cover listing essentials. And we're even going to cover how to use AI to optimize your listings. And then you want to put the system in motion. And then we'll also do some live bundle reveals. So I'll show you actual bundles that I've created. I'll show you real live bundles I've created within the content. So here's the program structure. You might have gotten kind of a gist of how I train just on this presentation here. Step-by-step training. I'm going to walk you through each step. We're going to do weekly assignments with an exercise. I truly believe that when we learn something and implement before we move on, then we're building a foundation that we'll never forget. So you'll get a weekly assignment with an exercise that you implement, 6 live Q&As where you can ask questions, get feedback, a study guide. I created a study guide so that you can follow along with your weekly assignments and fill it out, a bundle keyword and product planner spreadsheet. So you can build out your bundle. So you need to know your numbers. You don't clearly we're in this to make money, right? So you need to be able to have a bundle that's profitable. So I give you my planner spreadsheet in Google Sheets. So all you have to do is punch in numbers and it tells you whether or not you're going to be profitable. The calculator spreadsheet, the student Facebook group, where you're going to share your bundle concepts and get feedback from me every single day. Every single day. So Jerry Mill shares, he's one of my original bundle challenge students. He says that Barbara brings her diverse skills sets to this deep dive course and provides inspiration and know-how to identify unique niches, avoid hijackers, and maintain margin. And that is his little baby. And then Debbie also shares that every lesson opened her eyes to see many new untapped opportunities. And that is my goal, of course, when we're identifying passionate niches. From newbies to experienced sellers, I highly recommend Barbara's course. And I love the energetic and unique lessons and never feel overwhelmed to keep. So I'd like to invite you to come join the bundle challenge. We kick off about a week from now, but it's only $497. I just saw somebody's coaching program for kind of a generic Amazon group coaching program that was $6,000. $6,000. Just saw that email today. So I'm sure it's worth it. They don't teach bundling. They teach kind of how to sell on Amazon for like newbies. This is a niche skill set that you're going to be able to use to sell bundles on and off Amazon, and also build niches out on social media, build an email list, much like Karen did with the Pretty Pickleball Company, and even build a brand around niche markets if you want. So I'm going to give you some bonuses as well. I've got entire Rolodex, which is a spreadsheet with contact information and my customer. If I've got a sales rep of that company, I give you that as well. And there are product bundle suppliers. These are a lot of suppliers that are kind of my default. I have a handful of default suppliers that I go to when I'm first looking for products. And then I'm going to give you an additional full-length training, multi-platform profits, I call it, where you're going to learn how to sell your bundles across many platforms. I can't remember how many platforms are in there now. I keep adding platforms. I am going to add a module on Whatnot, which is live social selling. Actually, I'm going to add a content for live social selling, and Whatnot is one of the ways. You can also sell on TikTok Shop. I have a TikTok Shop. You can sell on Facebook. There are a lot of ways to sell your bundles outside of Amazon, and I'm going to give you that full-length training. That's a $297 value right there. So I invite you to come join the bundle challenge. You've got to join before, let's see, I believe it was. So let's come back up here. We're going to kick off on October 31st. So I know you guys are probably going to be doing a little bit of prep for for Halloween. So we're going to do the first session in the morning, much like here, so that you have a chance to hang out with your family for Halloween evening. So the orientation will be October 31st, but you will get immediate access to the first couple of modules of content, which is hyper focused on identifying a passionate niche market, which is where it all starts. And we're up for Q&A. Go to bundlechallenge.com. You've got to enroll by next Wednesday. Before we kick off, I will not be doing this again until sometime maybe in the spring. So take advantage now. 21 days to your first bundle. Join the bundle challenge for $4.97. Let's go in the chat and see what kind of questions you have. Gail asks, are the suppliers mostly in US or China? They are in the US. What sort of experience have you had with Temu? Well, you know what? So mark down real quick bundlechallenge.com because I'm going to stop sharing the screen and answer questions. And I'm going to show you some real life stuff I'm doing. That's just here on my desk in my office. I'm going to show you some niche markets that I'm into. Who does that, right? So let's see. Let me just type in challenge.com. Go ahead and sign up. And you'll get the opportunity to do there's like a VIP add-on for $97 where you get private consulting with me. I also, for the first time, I've never done this. When you go to check out in Bundle Challenge, you'll be offered the Bundle Machine, which is my mega training on bundling for 50% off. So when you check out the Bundle Challenge, you'll also be able to get the Bundle Machine for 50% off, and you'll be able to get some private coaching and a bundle evaluation for just $97. So let me go ahead and stop sharing and come over here in the chat and see what I can answer. Do your best bundles require paying for advertising on Amazon to drive traffic? Not necessarily. So when I spent, and it depends, we're always going to answer it depends. Fourth quarter, you're gonna have a lot more competition. I also make sure that my numbers work so that if I needed to put any kind of drive traffic of any kind, that there's money in the bundle to do that. Also, can you confirm that all the bundle ideas you're teaching in the course are non-branded? Yes, which would assume we should then create our brand to capture the sales and ensure others can't list on our page. Yes, that would be a yes. Besides, the way that you're going to create bundles after you come through the bundle challenge, nobody will be able to list on your listing. Nobody. Because you're going to be ordering from different suppliers, you're going to have a custom piece in there. They're not going to be able to go find the things that you found and do what you've done when you bundle the way that I teach you to bundle. So let's talk about niche markets. Meet Gertrude. I'm in the chicken market. This is Gertrude. So I'm in the pet chicken market. That's why I have Gertrude. There are people. Now, here's how I validated this market. I don't have a chicken. I don't have chickens. I don't have a farm. None of it. But I have a checklist of ways to validate a niche market. So I ran Gertrude through that checklist, and I found out that there were YouTube channels of hundreds of thousands of viewers of people who like pet chickens. That there are Facebook groups of pet chicken lovers, tens of thousands, huge, huge. That also was validated. I entered the dachshund market. So people who love dachshunds. Apparently, you can't just have one dachshund. It's like potato chips. You have to have multiple. Found this from a customer who came to pick up a pet purse, and she had 3 little dachshunds with her, all different. She wanted them to hop in the purse to see if they'd fit. And she was wearing, I'm not kidding you, she had sneakers, she had a t-shirt, she had a cap, she had earrings, everything dachshund. And I asked her, this is the fit. I mean, there are people, oh yeah, there are people love dachshunds. So of course I went through my little checklist. I started on YouTube and I found this YouTube channel specifically for a celebrity dachshund called Caruso. Caruso, the celebrity dachshund. Look him up on YouTube. Like last I checked, 1.2 million followers for the celebrity dachshund. So I love niches like that because they're passionate. People will buy over and over. You put anything with a dachshund in front of them, they will buy. So these are just examples of some niche markets. So let me show you some stuff that's just on my desk. I'm doing a Christmas bundle right now. So I bought these koozies off of Amazon, just a little neoprene koozie. And then I went to Temu and I bought these. Anybody ever heard of a heat press? So you can heat press things onto other things. So you can heat press onto these. So I went to Temu and I bought these little cute little heat press thingies, these little transfers. So think about it. If when I put this in a bundle, who's going to be able to, they won't, and I do that a couple different things. Nobody can hop on my bundle. Right. So clearly I'm doing like a pink themed, everything in there is pink themed Christmas bundle. What else do I have? I can do, I've got all sorts of stuff on my desk here. I did a Halloween bundle, but not so much Halloween as Day of the Dead. So there are people who love Day of the Dead. So I put together a gift box for Day of the Dead lovers. This came from a supplier. This came from Temu. But here's the little extra. This is a glass keychain. It did not come in this bag. I bought the bag separately. So I packed this in the bag. It's that little extra. I don't have the other things here, but it's like a 4-part bundle. I think this might have been in it. The scarf might have been in it. I have to double check. And it was just a gift bundle for people who like Day of the Dead skulls, just as an example. What else do I have around here? Cactus mug bundles. So here's how I organize my bundles. I have these tab top boxes, and then I put together bundle concepts. I've got a bunch of them over there. I've got a bee bundle, a mermaid, wine, coffee bundle over there, a pamper bundle. So this is the cactus mug bundle. So what I'll do is I'll pack things in here because I want to see if things fit. And then this one is kind of overflowing, but it's a cactus lover bundle. So we've got this. We have this little guy. Goes on the back of a cell phone. If you know anything about Arizona, people love cactuses, like little string lights, and a wallet, right? And cute that little guy. So it's kind of a fun cactus theme bundle for somebody who loves loves cacti, I should say. Cute little bag. Actually, that's an apron. And then this is a bag. This is a bag. All right. And then also I've got a cactus puzzle in there. So this is a mega gift set for people who love cacti. And this is an actual bundle so that you guys see now Amazon sellers don't normally share what they sell, right? So I can, because nobody can compete on my bundle because of the way that I bundle. And that's what I'm going to teach you as well. So let's put this back together. I mean, how cool is that right there? This cool little cactus mug bundle of Saguaro. So when you bundle the right way, you see how this is very different from people who are just throwing stuff, random stuff in with a branded product. This is a very different approach to bundling. It's all customer centric. It's all about the customer. Like if I got this bundle in the mail and I loved cacti and I was a girl, I'd be thrilled. I'd be so happy. I don't just do gift bundles, but this was an example of one that I just happened to have. Okay, so those are a couple of examples, and also an example of something that you can custom make really fast to put in a bundle. Here's another one. So go ahead and ask me your questions, and please sign up for the bundlechallenge.com. And in 21 days, you will have your own bundle and your own niche market. That's the important thing. Because once you identify a passionate niche market, you can just bring bundles to that same market over and over and over again. So let me see what the questions are up here. What about situation? Let me roll way up here. Bundle. You are teaching. Also, can you confirm that all of the bundle ideas you were teaching in the course are non-branded? Yes, I can. I think I answered that one. What about situation where one has already launched bundles which are violating Amazon's new policy? Get them out of there. 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 Now, fast, hurry. Can we save them by any means? So yes, and here's how. You're going to sell on other platforms, which is why it was really important that I'm giving you the bonus for the multi-platform selling. Multi-platform profits, I think I called it. So so that you can pull that stuff back and not eat it, get it onto other platforms. Other platforms do not have the same restrictions as Amazon does, and do it now. You don't want your Amazon account to be at risk, and you don't want to be sitting on product for past Q4. You want to get that stuff moved. Oh, by the way, somebody was asking about Temu. I just got these in from Temu, and I bought this. There you go. They're just little, and you put little lip balms in there. But I bought these lip balm sets and then I'll put this in. This is actually going in my thefarmgirl.com subscription box along with lip balm sets. So this is a Temu product. Came from Temu. All right. What about Citra? Our bundles are a branded product and any supplementary product of our brand, any general item product with primary branded product, plus any supplementary product of our brand, any general items bundled with. I don't understand the second part of your question, Abdul, but go ahead and sign up for the bundle challenge, and you can ask. We can discuss that more in the group chat and also in the Q&A, so that I can understand exactly what your situation is, and then also hopefully offer a solution for you. I know this sounds silly as a question. No, no questions are silly, Jay. No questions are silly. But what would you do if a customer claimed the purchase is inauthentic at Amazon? So I don't teach how to fix bad bundles or bundles that are breaking Amazon's terms of service. I don't really talk about, oh, okay, if it's inauthentic. And what I focus on is identifying passionate niche markets and creating bundles for them. So your question is not silly. It's just not in the scope of what we're talking about here. Customer claimed the purchase is authentic by Amazon default, blah, 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 with so many suppliers to build out the bundle. Would even think seller support would be able to make, I can't speak for seller support. So it's customer support, anything, Amazon customer support, anything that has to do with if you're getting inauthentic claims. Let's see. Is that unusual that you were provided a UPC for unicorn bags bundle? No, no, Gail, not at all. And here's why. Because I create relationships with my suppliers. I have a couple suppliers who will do that because they know. So let's say that cosmetic bag was not selling for that. I think it was the little backpack thing, like the second thing in that bundle that just wasn't selling for them. So I came to them with a bundling solution saying, hey, I can take all these three things and I can create a bundle out of it. And I think I might have had something else in there too. Oh, I remember what it was. It was I don't have it here, darn it. It was a musical carabiner keychain. It was a musical unicorn on a carabiner keychain, pink, and it fit perfectly. So I was actually solving a problem for them to get rid of the stock of the lightweight backpack that that they couldn't sell. I'm talking about your bundles. A customer can still claim it inauthentic for any reason. I don't have any control over that, but I'm not worried about it, Jay, because a competitor could do that too on Amazon. Sadly, the Amazon ecosphere is becoming very dog eat dog. And, you could have someone go on and buy it and say that it was inauthentic or that it was breaking an IP. And Amazon, of course, their knee jerk reaction is always going to be to throttle back the sales and tell you to explain yourself. I can't control that. But what I can control is first, focusing on passionate niche markets so that I know that I'm in compliance. And second, building out other streams of income, other places to sell my bundles. I sell on Walmart, TikTok Shop. I've just started on Whatnot, live social selling last Wednesday. I've got two of my own websites, and I have a subscription box. What else? Etsy, eBay. So I don't rely on any one channel. I make sure that I've built a moat around my business. Oh, and I build email lists and niche social media channels in order to build an email list for the niches I'm in. So I don't just have one bundle for the pet chicken market. I have an email list of women who like farm animals. That's about 2,600 strong right now. And then I can bring them different products, whether I'm sending them to Amazon, to my own website, to a subscription box. What they all have in common is they love the farm life and they love farm animals. So I approach it a different way, completely a different way. I approach it from, let me build out a niche market and then bring them stuff that they can buy. And Amazon's a piece of that. Okay, hopefully this makes some sense of how to protect yourself by not just selling on Amazon, bundle the right way, and then build out a business around niche markets. I call them micro markets for me. Let's see. Customer compliant. Section 3 is rampant lately. Yes, it is. You're diversified across markets. Yep, which is why I'm including that $400 course on niche market, which I am adding more content to because I just started social selling as an introvert. So I'm making content up the wazoo to help other introverts so sell on social media. panels. And I've been on TikTok Shop. That was about a year ago. 2 years ago was Walmart. eBay I've been on since 1996. So build a moat around your business, but focus on passionate niche markets. Instead of just being a generalist and I'm going to sell some of this, sell some of that, identify passionate niche markets. Farm animals, women who like skulls, so blingy skulls, cute. I just picked up 97. Oh, it's in the living room. Sorry. They're these wreaths, but they're smaller. They're about 12 inches, black wreaths with skulls all around them, and pink and purple kind of plastic flowers on it. But here's how I'm going to bundle them. I just got them locally. The guy wanted them gone. Halloween's coming up. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to sell these. It was a local liquidation store. I got them for 75 cents. I'll just tell you the numbers, right? He had them out for $5. I got them for 75 cents. I bought, I think 94 of them. But I also have black candles. So it's a wreath that in his customer's mind, it's a wreath you hang on the wall with skulls, Halloween, but there was no jack-o'-lanterns on it, no ghosts. It was for women who love skulls. Lay it down, and now it becomes a centerpiece that the black candle fits right in the center of. There's my bundle. I already have the bundles, I already have the candles in stock. Make sense? So you just look at things differently. But if I know I'm in the market of women, if you go on Facebook and you look up skull glam, I have a huge Facebook page of women who like skulls. Skull glam. That product will never make it on Amazon. I'll sell that out in my Facebook page. So Gail, the live selling, I tried my first one a year ago with my blankets. It failed because, and then I didn't keep going. That's on me. And I did it on Facebook. Nobody showed up. Two friends showed up and one troll. So I didn't do it again, and that's totally on me. And then I just, for a whole year, I researched. All right, we're also going to research / procrastinated. And then a month ago, I got approved for Whatnot. And last Wednesday, I did my first show and I did okay, but I was so nervous. It was so disorganized. Looks like a cyclone hit my living room and after. And then last night, I did my second show. I'm going to go live on Whatnot every Wednesday night at 6:35 Pacific consistently. Last night was much more organized. I did much better. So I'm building out the live selling. I am absolutely not an expert on live selling, but I'm building it out if I can do it and yeah, the whole live social selling thing. Look at Amazon, what they're doing with the affiliate program. People have been live selling as affiliates on Amazon for quite some time. Don't even have product. Okay, anyway, I get off track a little bit. Let me scroll here and see what else. Section 2 is rampant diversification. I thought you'd be doing live selling for quite a while. Like I said, I would try it and then stuff doesn't, I don't want to do this, or yeah, just a thought. Abdul says, since these would be non-branded bundle products you suggested, and maybe in the future might introduce new policies as non-branded products are not allowed. Yeah, I don't have control over that. Are not allowed to be bundled, just like the recent bundle policy coming in Q4, which got majority of bundle seller into trouble, and they will end up being removed from selling soon. Wow, that's a really long statement. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Let me read this again, Abdul. Maybe in future might introduce policy that says non-branded products are not allowed to be bundled. Okay, so the just like policy, I'm not sure what you're asking here. I have no way to prognosticate ahead of what Amazon, what rules Amazon is going to do. All I can do is identify passionate niche markets and bring product to them. And Amazon is only one platform. All right. I look outside of Amazon. I don't rely just on Amazon. So I know this is not your course topic, but what's your opinion on how Amazon may approach branded multi-pack items, or do you believe they may be out of scope of bundle policy enforcement? So I never comment on what I think Amazon may or may not do because I don't have control over it. I like to focus on things I have control, and you're asking me what's my opinion. I also don't like to do the opinion thing. I like to do, this is what I've done, this is what works, this is what I have control over. But you're forcing me to give you my opinion. Let me try this. How Amazon may approach branded multi-packs. I don't know. No idea. No idea. And my opinion would mean nothing because tomorrow they could do something the opposite. Do I believe it's out of the scope of bundle policy enforcement? They could make it within the scope. I don't have control over that. But what do I have control over? I have control over identifying passionate niche markets and finding products that they want putting them together in a way that makes them want them even more, and then finding those people and putting my bundles in front of them. And Amazon is one way to do that. Thank you, Gail. Yeah, live selling is nerve-wracking. You've done it. Good enough answer for me, Jay. Here's the thing, and I hesitated. The first person to reach out to me, the day that bundle policy in my inbox dropped, my inbox blew up, and it was a large Amazon influencer wanting me to comment on this. And I had to take a beat and think about this because I said to him, look, they're not going to like what I have to say. You're not going to like that you don't control Amazon's policies. You're not going to like that I'm going to tell you that your account might be shut down and that I don't operate in a gray area. They're not going to like what I have to say to them because they're looking for answers to get around Amazon's policy. That's not what I do. I teach you how to identify. I keep saying this over and over because I want it in your head. I want my voice in your head. I teach you how to identify passionate niche markets and then create bundles of products for them that make them want to buy. And then I put it on different platforms. Amazon is one. And then I build out instead of relying on somebody else's sandbox. When you play in somebody else's sandbox, they can kick you out of the playground anytime. And I know all of you in here are like me in that you're building a business. This is not a hobby. We are building businesses. What do you do in a business? Do you rely on one avenue of sales? That is really risky. That's super risky. So the reality is to grow a business, you need to have different and to have that sense of just calm. If one avenue of sales goes away, I've got 7 others. Make sense? Okay. So I knew people wouldn't, I'm telling you stuff you probably didn't want to hear, but this is a tough love from somebody who's been successful selling online since 1996, on Amazon since 2017. I've cracked the nut at least in bundling and a couple of other things like building niche email lists and building out social media channels to sell my things too. And now the subscription box I launched 60 days ago, and live selling I'm tripling down on. I mean, I'm going all in on live selling. So I'm always working ahead. I can't tell what Amazon is going to do next, but I can tell you what I'm going to do next. I don't wait until some platform lays down the law about something. I'm building my business based on what's best for me. Okay, I see some questions coming in here. I hope you're not offended by the tough love. I want to help you grow a business, not just shot in the dark here and there and the other thing. Brian, I'm pretty sure it's already posted. You can't create multi-packs of a barcoded item unless meant. Yes, it is. It has been for some time now. But Amazon sellers were doing it anyway. Amazon finally got sick of it. You can't create a multi-pack of a barcoded unless a manufacturer item, unless it says it gives you the UPC for the multi-pack. It's true. That was an old policy and also shown in the new photo examples from Amazon. Yes, it's true. Amazon, yes, Brian, thank you for dropping the policy changes, but doesn't matter. Don't go ahead and drop that link in there. The only link that you guys should be interested in is come join the bundlechallenge.com. Oh, I see. So come join the bundlechallenge.com and learn how to create bundles the proper way and learn how to build a business based on niche markets. It's bundlechallenge.com. You've got about a week to sign up. And in 21 days, you will have identified the target market that you can build multiple bundles for and sell on multiple channels. And again, you also get the multi-platform selling as a bonus, so you can practice selling on other platforms as well. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and I will send out an email with the recording, and hopefully you choose to join the Bundle Challenge group coaching program, and in 21 days, hopefully in 21 days, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll have your first bundle. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Talk soon.